Here's my audience of 5 people, one on the phone. To begin, what comes to mind when you see an NFL player kneeling to the national anthem? No matter what it is that you think of this matter, it is very controversial and produces many mixed emotions and opinions on what is the so-called civil rights movement, all started by Colin Kaepernick. As an NFL fan, I've loved watching football from home and even more enjoy the experience of going to a game in person. For many years now, I've been going to NFL games, and there's nothing like having a tailgate and spending time with friends and family, and therefore watching the game. I've experienced firsthand the kneeling of NFL players during the national anthem, and as I can say, it's not a very pretty sight to see. There's not that many fans who are proud to see their team kneeling on the field. However, Colin Kaepernick's actions have changed the world by creating a new fad fighting civil rights. This is demonstrated by his effects while on the field, his effects after the NFL, and how he has contributed to the country. Today, I will be speaking on the effects of Colin Kaepernick and his impact. To start, Colin Kaepernick's effect while he was on the field. According to Flag on the Play, Colin Kaepernick and the protest paradigm, San Francisco 49ers, Colin Kaepernick's decision to protest the national anthem of the United States by taking a knee sparked widespread attention, much of it negative. Kaepernick himself was kneeled on the field knowing of what his negative effects would be. All the disrespect towards veterans and first responders of the United States who fight to keep the country safe. All for black justice. It shows how dedicated he is to fighting for what he feels is right. His actions caused league-wide controversy. In other words, he was the talk of every NFL's talk shows and pregame shows, and was all anyone could talk about. After all, he did cause a lot of hatred, but not just the television that was talking about him, but he also blew up on social media, from tons of tweets about him and against him to an abundance of Instagram memes, all related to Colin Kaepernick. Next up, I'm going to talk about the effect Colin Kaepernick had off the NFL. The article, Episodes Radical Neoliberalism, Civility in the Media Circulating Colin Kaepernick, states, despite his absence from the NFL fields, Colin Kaepernick has experienced an ongoing resonance of American sport media. This means forever after Colin Kaepernick's movement from the NFL, it will always be ongoing and will never be the same as before. The world will never be the same, and civility will never be the same. His impact proves its prosperity since he has left the NFL, and will prove his prosperity to come. Lastly, the impact of Colin Kaepernick had on society. Kaepernick's protest created a call to the Neutron, and Nation responded. After expressing his mind through a Nike endorsement ad and the field, Colin Kaepernick was finally assured. And Donald Trump's condemned the fellow African Americans who lost their lives. This gave purpose to Kaepernick's protest, but was the protest extreme for the circumstances? After all, Kaepernick's actions really did disrupt a lot of the civil rights enthusiasts, and a lot of controversy was spread over the topic. With all said, Kaepernick's impact impacted the world with a successful movement, and although he's no longer an NFL player, he will always be a civil rights activist. As you can see, Colin Kaepernick is here kneeling on the field during the national anthem. A lot of people after this moment were very upset and hated Colin Kaepernick. It did spark a little bit of a revolution. A lot of other NFL teams started to kneel for the national anthem, and there would be groups of them kneeling and other teammates who are standing. And as you can see, it's quite a centrifugal force, and it just brought apart the nation for what needed to happen. But in the end, the world was better off due to Colin Kaepernick's civil rights activist. I'm done.
All right.
I don't know if that was 6 minutes, but.